Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are having a blessed and wonderful Sunday. Mine is going well. I got some things done, and I'm just thankful. Although I'm tired, I'm thankful and grateful for today. So this morning I woke up and I wanted to have listen to some praise music that really glorified God. And and my sister Gretchen sent me this song, and I was just looking for some of her music the other day. Um, and so I don't own the copyrights, but I believe that God put it on her heart to send this song to me because I struggle with worried about the future without my husband and having to do this thing called life on my own after 34 years of marriage. So I believe God says He knows exactly what I'm going through, and He knows the plans that He has for me. And so He says, when I can't see what tomorrow holds and yesterday is through, remember, He knows the plans He has for me. And so those words are powerful words to come from the Lord. Um, like I said before, I struggle a little bit with worrying. God is really working with me um, with worry. Like He's giving me, allow the enemy to give me things to worry about, to test and see if I'm going to trust Him wholeheartedly. So it's something that I am working on, you guys. I always think about the future and have to come back and say, we don't know from day to day, hour to hour, minute to minute when we can drop and go and be with the Lord, right? So, why do we worry so much about things, stuff, um, when He's been so good? I know if He's been as good to you as He's been to me, um, He's just keep making a way. He makes a way out of no way when you can't see what tomorrow holds. You guys, like I said, it's something that I'm working on. I don't know if some of you other widows out there are struggling with that because we're so used to our spouse being the one to take care of us, provide for us, and protect us. And so this is something new that we have to learn because we may have said that God, I'll say me, I I used to say that God was the head of my life, the head of my household. But I didn't realize that I actually had my husband a little above, just I would say a half an inch under God, right? Under Christ. And I didn't know that or realize it really until he was gone. And I started getting scared and nervous and panicky about how am I going to live? How am I going to survive without him? How am I going to survive without him? Um, just period. I felt like I was not going to be able to make it without my husband. Um, Physically, mentally, financially, just all of that is what he was to me. And so it's sometimes can be scary here doing this alone and so much responsibility. Some of my friends and some of my widow friends, some had their things together and some did not. So it's just so important to get your affairs in order, to make sure that you share with one another what your wishes are. If you want to be cremated, if you want to be laid to rest, if you want to go back home, if you lived out of state and were raised out of state, or do you want to be where you are? Do you want to be with the rest of the family? Have those conversations. A lot of times, the fellas do not want to talk about this conversation, and everyone thinks that they're young, or they're not old enough. Some, they're old enough, some are not. But let me tell you guys, death has no number on it. And so we don't know how old or when, how much time do we have here on this side of heaven, right? So just make sure, again, I'll say that every time you guys see me, I will be saying the same thing over and over again, because I have been saying this now for the last 2 years. And I would say even more before. I just have had more experience um, going through it myself. So it's not like something that I just know. Now it is actually something that I have been walking through. And so you guys don't want your children or your loved ones to be going through a whole lot of stuff. The men, for some reason, they don't want to tell you that they're not well. And so I was talking to a friend, and they were saying that I can't understand how guys don't tell that they have an illness, and we find out later after they're gone. Like, for instance, me, I found out that my husband was going through kidney failure. Maybe 6 months after he was already gone, I just happened to find some medical papers. Um, I don't know if it's like weird to just be on them, or I didn't go to the doctor with my husband, so um, I didn't know. I only knew what he kind of told me, and I may have heard some things in the past, because he was a nurse himself before. So you guys know how they say that the nurses and doctors are the worst patients, right? So he didn't tell me that he was going through that. And then I just talking to a lot of other women, widows and non-widows, about their spouses. Doctors telling them that they have a sickness, that are on a particular medicine that you have no clue is going on. And now a lot of things are not on paper. Like, for instance, if that had been in the computer, which I'm sure it was on my chart, I really couldn't get into my husband's emails and different things like that. So check their emails. Make sure you have their social security numbers. Make sure you know about any extra insurance that they have. I said it was about maybe 7 months later, I happened to find a policy that my husband had, and it was a nice policy. And when I called about it, because I knew nothing about it, it had lapsed. So months prior, before he passed away. So if I would have known, listen, you fellas, we women always have you all's back. And so if you just let us know what's going on, if you guys are lacking in a certain area, it's okay to I mean, you guys are partners. And so most of the time, I would say almost more, a majority, all the time, if you let the spouse know what's going on, then she will get it done because that's what happened to me. We got a tax bill, and with the tax bill, we got it. Had not I found out about it, man, we probably would have. I would have, later on he passed away after we got that taken care of, but I probably would have could have lost my home because we would have been in that much bad shape. So speak to your spouses. If you're the lady and you're the breadwinner, tell your husband what's going on. Speak to him and tell him what's going on. If you are lacking in one area, you guys work together as a team. It just would make life so much easier. We go through things unnecessary. We don't have to go through this what we're going through like we are, but so I am a mouthpiece for God, speaking to those of you that still have your spouses or plan on getting married to look into some of these things. Make sure you have some life insurance. Make sure, especially our young children that are able to still get life insurance now. Make sure you get a nice amount of insurance because I really was not educated on insurance, you guys. I just wanted to get some insurance. I know I didn't want to I didn't want to do a GoFundMe. I didn't want to do those things. So I just thought, okay, let me get some insurance. I wasn't thinking that one day I would have to live off of insurance. And so get you a nice insurance policy. So get your children insurance policies, get your babies insurance policies so that when they get older, they'll be able to have something to go back to that's tax free. And they can, they may be able to pull and get them a nice chunk of money to purchase them a home or something, purchase them a car, help them with college. You guys, we as a community need to wake up. Okay? We need to wake up. And I wanted to say to you guys again to don't forget to get the journal. God's Love for the Grieving Widow can be ordered through Amazon. It could be ordered through me. And it's God's Love for the Grieving Widow. It is a 31-day journal. Journal. And it's really good. It's mentioning how many times God mentions widow in the Bible, at least 81 times. And it's really good to let you kind of know how God feels about us as widows. I was talking to one of my friends the other day and I was telling her, I love my widow benefits and I plan on keeping them unless God says something different. But I really plan on, I don't know if you guys can see my little light blinking over there. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's my boo saying something, right? Okay, you guys, all y'all spiritual whizzes out there, don't take offense, right? Literally. But our book is There Is Beauty in My Brokenness. It's a story, our story, me and my husband's story. It's my legacy that, and in memory of him, it's what happened to him from the time we met and what actually happened to my husband to his death. So from Sunday to Sunday. It's a good read. It's an easy read. It's not a big book, but it is, There Is Beauty in My Brokenness. A great read, you guys. I really poured out my heart. I was very transparent in it, and although it's small, it's impactful, you guys. And again, There Is Beauty in My Brokenness can be ordered from Amazon or you can order it from me. And the journal, there is God's Love for the Grieving Widow. And so for those of you that have ordered it, thank you, thank you, thank you. And please go over and leave a review with Amazon, please, because that helps me keep my book closer to the top and not get lost with all the other books that they have. Okay, so I just wanted to do that shout out. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much. Remember, if you know any widows or widowers, please tell them about my page, Honored Widows and Honored Widows Facebook and Instagram, and God's Love for the Grieving Widow YouTube. Okay, because it's not just for widows and widowers. Trust me, you guys, I pour out my heart about what I've been going through, and I don't want you guys to go through it, and God doesn't want you to go through it neither. Okay, so I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.